If you've been frustrated with how hard it is to lose weight, and yet it seems so easy to gain weight, then you really want to listen to this video. I was having a chat with a lady the other day who was talking to me about how she had completed a certain online 12-week food and exercise challenge that required her to train 6 days a week, eat only 1,200 calories a day, and just spend all her mental thought and willpower and concentration dedicated to this program. Now, with the complicated menu plans and the grueling exercise regime, she told me she would fight really hard to lose 8 kilos, and then she was so relieved to finish that she would just relax just a little for a few weeks, and in that short space of time, 3 kilos would come back on. So she would suck it up, sign on again, and get back on the bandwagon for another round of this 12-week torture, where the same thing would happen. She'd lose 8 kilos, then gain back 3. But she kept going on like this for 18 months. Yep, for 5 rounds, 5 12-week challenges. Now, she had lost 25 kilos at the end, which is a freaking massive achievement. But it didn't take long before she was completely exhausted. And much to her horror, she had put 10 of those hard-fought kilos back on. Now, society likes to point the finger and say, well, if the weight came back on, then you must just have been weak and you went back to bad habits. But the average slim person doesn't have to exercise for hours every day and spend hours in the kitchen just so they can starve themselves happy. So what it actually says to me is that it's the diet or the program that has failed to make a lasting change, not the person who really dedicated themselves wholeheartedly to the entire process. Now, it also tells me that she's actually just ripped the weight off her body by fighting it. And then there comes a point that your body will fight back. It means that there's a certain homeostasis that your body wants to be at. Now, what's actually happening here is if you have 30 odd kilos to lose, and then you just cut your food intake down like by half or even more, and over an extended period of time, no less, and you're stressing your body out by overdoing your exercise, eventually your body has to adapt. I mean, your poor body thinks that it must be in the middle of a war zone. There's hardly any food around. There are enemy threats all around that you have to hide from. You're always anxious and feeling threatened and miserable. So what's actually happened when you go on a diet? You might be able to rip weight off your body in the short term by fighting it, but your body has a certain homeostasis that it believes it's safe when it's at that weight. And that's why you rebound so quickly. So dieting kicks off your body's survival instincts and actually makes you store fat stubbornly, crave fatty foods, and slow down your metabolism. It's pretty much like a bear hibernating for winter. Now, the 3 biggest mistakes people make when they're trying to achieve a healthy weight is that 1, they fluctuate between extremes, either being very, very good or being horrid. And that's because the diet they're on is just way too restrictive. Now 2, when you go back to normal eating, the damage that you've done to your metabolism makes you a fat hoarding machine. So it means you need a new kind of normal. You need to let your body heal from all the damage. And then 3, your body has a certain homeostasis in mind and it wants to be that weight. So the only way you can stop it from wanting to be overweight and instead want to be slim, light and athletic, it's got to be like coaxing a scared animal out from hiding. It needs to be gentle, it needs to be consistent, and you need to be patient. Now, I give you this complete system on how to do exactly that within my 6-week summer shape up. But today, just to thank you for investing your time in watching this video, I want to give you the preparation step for free. Now, this is the top 10 absolute essentials that you need to master before you ever even need to cut the crap. So this is actually helping you create a new kind of normal. And if you're not already doing all these things consistently, week in, week out, you are so doing it the hard way. And you're missing out on all the good things in life. Chocolate, wine, pasta, bread. So in the system, I show you how it's not about extremes. It's about getting 80% of it right and then having 20% off to indulge and enjoy life. Now, where most people get it wrong is that their 20% usually ruins all their hard work. And their 80% is like, so doing it the hard way. So click the button below to download your free gift from me. And here's to you creating a new kind of normal, a fitter, firmer and oxier normal. Now stay watching for the next video because I've got some super inspirational case studies of women who have blazed the trail before you and are proof that you can eat yourself slim. You can have the body of your own design without punishing yourself, starving yourself, and yeah, you can even have a life and enjoy chocolate and pizza and wine. Shock horror.